What's up, guys? It's Lethal.heir. Today we're going to embark. This is step 1 or episode 1 in the mini-series tutorials that I'm going to be bringing to you guys. I probably said that all in the wrong way in order, but we're going to keep it raw, unedited. For the most part, we're going to have some cuts here and there. If you are a beginner and you're learning mouse and keyboard in Fortnite, if you're intermediate or if you're advanced, I consider myself at this point still intermediate, but I'm going to bring you the most advanced tips and tricks that I know. So before I begin, let me bring up this no board. If you don't know what no board is, I'm going to put a link down in the description. This is a way that if you're clipping your gameplay or you're using Streamlabs on the PC, you can record all your keystrokes. You can see the things that are going wrong. Instead of just remembering them, you have video proof. We're going to go land somewhere. Probably paradise. We're gonna talk about the use interaction button. We're gonna talk about using the scroll wheel. Scroll wheel for the purposes of opening doors, chests, whatever, reviving teammates. In the settings, in order to use the scroll wheel to open chests, interact with things, what you're going to need to do is go under the gear icon in the control options menu. It's fourth on the list, tap to search, interact. You're going to turn that on because I'm going to apply it and show you what it's like to try to interact with something like a chest with it off with the scroll wheel. It won't work. You're going to be stuck with the animation and the sound, and nothing's gonna happen at all. Make sure fourth on the list under control options, make sure tap to search / interact is enabled, and now we can begin. Oh, almost forgot to open it. All right. One of the main reasons why I like having this is, first off, as you saw there, mobility. I was in the air, and as I was about to touch the ground, I picked up a slurp. Mobility is a very precious thing. And the first example I'm going to give you is doorways. We've all been in a situation where you have a shotgun, you're peeking the doorway, and you're just having this battle where they're opening it, you're closing it, you're trying to get a peek and hop in and shoot. The three things or the three fingers on your keyboard hand that you should never have for things like editing, interacting. There's nothing else I can actually think of, but these three fingers are a no-no. You can spam your WASD, and if you can spam your WASD and still use a button without using any of these three fingers, it'll benefit you in gunfights, it'll benefit you in opening, window peeking, your editing. Today we're just going to focus in on the scroll wheel though. One thing that's a neat trick, you can spam doorbells just by scrolling up and down, because we're going to go in my settings, I'm going to show you. I have my scroll wheel bound on use mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down. You can also, as I said before, have place building on your scroll wheel as well. For the purposes of you guys who like using that trick to replace walls, that option is still viable with this. Alright, so I'm going to use this AK and slurp, and I'm going to juggle both of them. Using the scroll wheel, it's very simple. All you have to do is scroll up and down. Now, I know this is going to come up. Sometimes when you scroll, if your scroll speed is too fast, what'll happen is you will pick up an item and then you'll pick up the item you dropped. And how you can fix that, if you have a programmable mouse and you go into some advanced options, I don't know, I have a Logitech G600 mouse, MMO mouse, 12 buttons, so that's Logitech software. If you have CORSAIR, the CORSAIR IQ software. If you have Razer, the Razer software. Also, alternatively, if you have a PC, you can just go into your settings, go down to your taskbar, and the search window at the bottom left, type in mouse, click on the thing that pops up for your mouse settings, go to additional mouse options or additional mouse properties, and turn your scroll speed up or down to your preference. If you think it's too slow and it's not really working a lot of times, you can turn the scroll wheel speed up. My preference is about 3 to 4. You can have higher or lower, it's up to you. We're gonna juggle. This is on 3. Oh my god. So you have to kind of like focus. So I'm juggling just by scrolling up and down, and you don't have to scroll very fast at all. Sometimes if you scroll too fast, you'll miss. But right there, just scrolling up and down to juggle, opening doors and chests, you know, in order to peek, spamming doorbells, and being able to juggle. This is one of many things that I do on the mouse instead of the keyboard. I do have mouse binds for weapons, but I also have key binds on my keyboard for weapons. The benefit of having the mouse binds, sometimes you lose a little bit of having to change your grip sometimes to press the side buttons, depending on what your mouse is. But in the end, you gain a whole lot more mobility. When you're in a fight, something as simple as being able to crouch or move right at the appropriate time will keep you from getting headshotted. A lot of pro players and content creators will tell you that keyboard is 80% of your aim. And it is. It's 80%, because if I'm aiming an AK, you know, I can sit here and do this all day. My sensitivity is fairly low, but this isn't going to get you there. You're going to have to, things like lining up your shot, uncrouching, strafing left and right to line it up. If you're a little bit off when you aim with a sniper and you just simply strafe right or left and then pull the trigger, 80%. 80% of what can happen with your aim is in your keyboard. So I know this is a bit of a crappy loadout. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop all of the items in my inventory. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all the items in my inventory, and with the scroll wheel scrolling up and down, I can literally just within a split second pick up everything. Just like that. If you're ever landing and it's a 50-50 or a hot drop, whatever, and someone's really close to the weapon, you can literally pre-spam this scroll wheel while you're moving. That's another thing about having that improved mobility, is you can do whatever you want with your keyboard, jump, crouch, and you can spam the scroll wheel, and hopefully with any amount of luck or precision, you'll get the weapon, win the fight. That'll be one less person to damage you, take them out early, get that much closer to winning the game. So guys, if you're a beginner on PC, if this is your first time, you're learning mouse and key, I have a lot of friends who are. I have a lot of subs who are learning for the first time, and it's not easy, but this is one of many. So make sure you're subscribed. There's more videos coming, and if you have a friend who's also learning mouse and key, anybody you know of, just direct them toward this content. Maybe it'll be something that will help them. Thanks for watching these vids, guys. I really do appreciate your feedback down in the comment section. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know, and we'll see you next time.
Leading me back home to